Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. And no Haaland today. Bit of a surprise, I must say. No one was, prepared for this. No Haaland because Leeds is not an easy opponent, especially the way they've been getting results in the last few matches, especially against the top six. So bit of a surprise, especially Elland Road. If it was at home, still it would have been okay, but away from home, a tough fixture under the lights. Leeds still not yet safe from relegation. Will not be an easy matchup. Marmoush and we're so used to saying Marmoush and Haaland front, but I'm just looking what kind of formation is playing. Right now, we're keeping the width. Obviously, it's Nunez, and right now, we're keeping the width on either side. Is it a 4-4-2 or is it Semenyo a bit on the wings? Leads on the attack. City are complaining there is a foul, and that's a golden chance there for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin should have scored there. What a chance that is for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. What a chance that is for Calvert-Lewin. I don't think I don't think there was a foul on the defender. Countania is here. Hey, Countania, how are you doing? He's asking why no Erling Haaland. It's rest. Pep is resting Erling Haaland. That's why he's not even in the substitutes bench. He's not there on the substitutes bench for that reason. Complete rest, it seems. I mean, especially looking at the Champions League draw and the teams you have to play as you go further in the Champions League, and I think Pep just wants to rest Haaland. It was a bit surprising because that too a game away from home. Look at Leeds here. Leeds just Calvert Lewin should have just scored previously. Wow, Leeds are all over City. Could have easily been 2-0. Excuse me for that, but could have easily been 2-0. I'm just still gauging the formation is actually playing here because yes, right now on one side and Nunes on the other side are maintaining the width, but I just want to confirm the position of Semenyo. Bernardo is dropping between both the centre backs to make it a back three in effect. It's interesting. It's not Rodri, but it's Bernardo who's doing it since last 2 3 matches. It's a 4-4-2 wide formation. This is a classic. You guys have to see the Burnley Brentford match. 90 plus 13, Ashley Barnes scores to make it 4-4. Burnley were 3-0 down and they almost at one point got 4-3 up when VAR disallowed the goal and it was 3-3. Brentford scored the fourth. And then Ashley Barnes at Turf Moor scores what he thought was the equalizer 4-4 in 13th minute of added time, the last minute. And then VAR took 2, 3 more minutes to say it is disallowed. Wow. It just brought me memories back of, our Spurs Champions League goal where Sterling scores and Aguero was offside. And we literally celebrated and then waited for 5 minutes for VR to confirm it. But that is such a crucial point for Burnley if they would have got it because West Ham lost today. Of all the teams who are sort of in the bottom three, bottom five, with the exception of Wolves who are already relegated. If there's any team you ask me, I want to stay up. It's Burnley. Just the fighting spirit. Against Palace, they were 2-0 down, came back to win 3-2. Against Chelsea, they were 1-0 down, should have won it 2-1, but equalized 1-all. Against Brentford, 3-0 down. If your relegation team 3-0 down, Calvert-Lewin is just causing us all sorts of trouble here. Wow. We are lucky not to be at least 1-0 down here. Absolutely lucky not to be 1-0 down here. But look, just look at the football, the fearlessness with which Leeds are attacking today. Wow. So, of all the teams for me, I think I just somehow want Burnley to stay. Their spirit, they never say give up attitude. Of late, they're playing football matches with the heart of a lion. Just look at Leeds press here. Wow. With Leeds pressing like this, it almost seems the spirit of Marcelo Bielsa has no come into Daniel Farka for this last part of the season. That's a great ball. Semenyo. What was that? Did the offside? Yes, the offside flag saves Semenyo from his blushes. That was, yeah, he was definitely offside over there. The very good line from Leeds. Could maybe have let it roll through for Marmoush just to create those kind of bit of confusion for the defense. I mean, Leeds are just looking for that ball over the top. They are absolutely looking for that ball over the top. Ruben Diaz, Nunez, Semenyo's on the wing here. I think switch of play is definitely going to be. I'll be surprised if there's a clean sheet in this match for us because the way Leeds are going, they will definitely look to score. Almost a good ball, but Bernardo Silva to Mark Gay. I think one of the centre backs have to come forward and play that defense. I mean, play that line breaking pass here. Just can't pass sideways into the midfield because Leeds are almost pressing with two strikers, which means your CDM is generally covered. Now, Nico Riley is playing there. You need to engage Ray and Sharkey in those small spaces today. Sharkey is the key in this match. Those pockets of space. Can't just play side to side to side. That's a throw in for City. I know what they're trying to do, get the ball to Aitnauri or Nunez and then flood the box with attackers and then wait for that cutback. But Margay has to play that line. Margay is just playing a bit more safe here. I think and Nico Riley needed to get that pass back. Bernardo Silva denying it, but Reinhardt now doing well. Bernardo Silva's active in the little spaces now. This is where he just seemed to miss Josko Guardiola and his passing range and his ability to make those late runs into the box. I think I think it's the break. It's the break. I think it's the break that they do for Ramadan. I think that's what it is. Play has been paused briefly to allow players to break their fast. Yes, as tonight's match takes place during the holy period of Ramadan, uh, players are allowed to break their fast, right? I mean, the first 12, I know it's just been 12 minutes, but City have sort of struggled to counter Leeds press, especially I think Leeds are going man to man here and City are struggling to get out of that. That's why I think the real way to cause Leeds problems is just try to break their lines. You need Margay to attempt bit more of those risky passes because they are anyway on the front foot. So Margay can just try to break their lines. We're playing, we're really playing side to side. That's excellent. That's the thing. Take players on. The idea was good. I don't mind this more than that side to side shit. Goodmanson wants a foul, and that's a free kick. The ref is doing a good job here. He's just allowing the game to flow on. Leads with a long throw in, I think. Nico Riley being extremely strong. Look at the Leeds press go. And City play through this press. Ryan Sherky. This is what is the line breaking pass. Is almost there. Little bit of more weight of pass. And Semenya would have been through. Semenya Marmoush, they would have been through. You know that City cannot absolutely afford to drop points here. Ah, And I don't know why Donnarumma's starting position was, you could at the end it turned out to be a good decision, but I initially thought with City playing such a high line, Donnarumma should have been starting position. Must have been, no, he's gone back actually. It's a good decision seeing the replays. Initially I thought why is he so bad? But yeah, good decision. Gay did well. Gay did absolutely well, just enough to put off the striker. Good defending. Just seems like Leeds are determined. Wow, what footwork that is. Wow. Wow, Leeds are just putting us to the sword here. It just seems that Leeds first goal. Just look at the footwork there. Is it at 10 starts? I don't know, but just look at the footwork there. Leeds, it just seems a matter of time before Leeds score. It's Leeds who have completely dominated. I think after the Champions League draws, they need to remind that everyone who wears white is not Real Madrid, and everyone who wears white is not Tottenham either. I mean, just see a relationship with the teams that wear white, Tottenham, Real Madrid. Never been, hmm, never been fans of clubs that wear white anyway. But Donnarumma, Rodri, they're playing out from the back just to break through that press. Because what Leeds want you to do is, it is in matches like these that you actually miss Mateo Kovacic. He's the best player in the world in terms of running with the ball, breaking the press. Leeds are inviting us on. Interesting matchup. They're going man to man for the press. And you'd think going man to man with City is pretty much suicidal, but they're doing it well. They're almost going man to man if you look at their press. Wow, look at Calvert Lewin. He is just. And also, I'm surprised in a match like this is playing Ruben Diaz. Again, should easily have been 3-0. I'm telling this being a City fan. Three clear cut chances for Leeds the first 20 minutes. Arsenal fans would be loving this and also hating this at the same moment. That's not a foul. Come on, he's got his shot away as well. Leeds are completely decimating City here, tactically as well. That's a corner for Leeds. Wow, 21 minutes of complete carnage by Leeds. You will be confused which team is fighting for relegation and which team is going for the title because Leeds have been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic from Leeds. Zero attacking endeavor from City. I mean, this is not on players, this is on Pep and the tactics. The tactics are surely not working. I probably think Reinders more than Sharky is kind of better suited for matches like this because he makes those late runs which sort of breaks the structure, especially of teams who want to press high and play that high line and put pressure on the opponents. I think Reinders would have been the better choice than Sherky, who kind of dwells more when a team has parked the bus in those little pockets. Gay has to take more risks and play that line breaking pass forward. Generally, someone on the front foot mark Gay, but in this match, it's Nico Riley burst forward, but the ref has given the foul. I think the linesman had flagged it late. The linesman had flagged it late, I think. Nunez with the foul. I think he's getting a yellow card there. He's not. That's borderline there. I think Nunez needs to be careful. Again, decent enough chance. Not even one chance created by City in this first 24 minutes, 24 and a half minutes. Again, there's no way this match is ending 0-0. City are absolutely struggling here. Tactics are not working. Nothing on the players, but the tactics are not working, I think. Tactics are definitely not working. The introduction of Jeremy Doku is imminent. There are only two people. If you have a man-to-man press, there are only two people in the City team who can break it. One is Mateo Kovacic and the other is Jeremy Doku. It's a goal kick for City. No, in fact, it's a corner for Leeds, but the replay should otherwise. But I mean, this is clearly not working. There's nothing more to say about it. Clearly, it's not working. I think Jeremy Doku needs to come on. Clearly, it's not working. Ryan Sharkey for Reinders probably as well, but I will put Jeremy Doku and play him in Sharkey's position. To be honest, you need people who can take on opponents to break the man-to-man press. Right now it does well, but the concerning thing here is the press is forcing us backwards and sideways, which just is an indication that we do not have a player who can break that press, at least in the playing 11 right now. The work shift and the energy which Leeds are putting is fantastic. Crossed into the back box won't work. Ignore it as well. That's how you try to break the press. And I know it's a corner, but Acknowledge does very well skipping past players, make them double up on you. Someone else, it's a bloody goal kick as well. I'm just thinking, how do you break this Leeds press? Zero shots on target. That's another concerning thing. Absolutely zero shots on target. Gay back to Donnarumma. That's a good ball to Nunez. Nunez. It's a bad pass. There was a ball. I think he probably needed to switch it because I think right now he made a great run on the far side. Nunez had so many options and he chose the wrong one. Honestly, both the players had eyes on the ball, so that's it. But that's a foul. Goodmanson kicked Bernardo Silva there instead of the ball. That's a clear foul. It gets called in the Champions League. I don't know why it's Not called here, but we need to find a way. We need to be perfect till the Arsenal game in this title race. We absolutely need to be bloody perfect. Marmoush is, I wouldn't say through, but ha, at least good endeavor there. At least the show of attacking intent was there, putting Marmoush through. Nico Riley, Rodri, Semenyo. Ah, that is close, and right now it does well to keep it in. Rodri, ah, that's a corner to City, but this is better from City. This is just so much better from City, to be honest. This is so much better from City. Can we do something from the corner? Good corner, I must say. Bernardo Silva takes it out wide. Ryan Cherky, Rodri, can he switch it? I think. But the press is just coming on so fast, but yay, Ryan Cherky. Nunez out wide. Can he cross it first time? No, he cannot. Again, the ball comes to Nunez. Bernardo Silva. Just strike a ball even from long distance. Matthews Nunez. City have compressed the play very, very well. We keep, we're keeping the ball extremely well. Good defending. Defending, but this is a good phase of play for City. Potentially 8 more minutes remaining. I think Semenyo was just a bit behind. City immediately get the ball back. This is good from City. Leeds have no way out. Leeds are getting frustrated. Just think one is not enough today. Do manage to score. Rodri. Right now, Rodri again. There seems to be no way through. There's absolutely no time on the ball. Semenyo does very, very well. Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly does the mistake. My God. Leads it through. Leads it through. Donnarumma does exceptionally well there. That is the reason he's the best goalkeeper in the world. Look at how he doesn't panic, how he doesn't commit till the end, Donnarumma. Because Leeds are through here. Marginally offside, maybe. I thought he was maybe in line. But just look at Donnarumma. Doesn't commit till the end and then smothers it. Good strike. Right now, right there, this game is a basketball game now. End to end, end to end, end to end. Gay, Nico Riley. What a save from, and that's a corner for City. But what a save that is. Nico Riley almost had that goal. Just look at it. Wow. Look at Nico Riley making that late run into the box. Wow. O'Reilly should have scored there. Nico Riley should have scored there. That's a very good header. He should have placed it into the far corner. That was a chance. Pep knows it. That was a chance for Nico Riley. Pep Guardiola knows it. That was the chance for Nico Riley. That was the chance for Nico Riley there. That's a free kick for City, but and also it was a similar kind of header that is stuck against Newcastle. So good free kick, but nothing special about it. Right now it does exceptionally well. Ah, what a chance again! O'Reilly and then Marmoush. Wow, City are creating chances. Just look at O'Reilly there. Why didn't O'Reilly just strike it first time? I'll not know. He did not need to. He need not need to even take a touch. He just could have struck it first time. Wow, two good chances for Nico O'Reilly. Seven years offside. Look at that. Winders, Ford, and I think it should bring them both on. Donnarumma as well again. He's reading the situations beautifully, Donnarumma there. There's a great one there, but right now he doesn't pick it. Rodri to Aitnauri to Ryan Sharkey. Sharkey goes back again. No, why Sharkey is just being so. There'll be at least 2 minutes added, I think. That's a great one there by Ryan Aitnauri. Ryan Sharkey has to give it to Aitnauri. Now Aitnauri is free there. There's 2 minutes of added time as expected. Ah, what a run that was from Ryan Aitnauri. Mm, just not clicking for City. Margay, Ryan Sharkey. What a stupid pass that was. Hardly 20 seconds remaining. Can we put one last ball into the box? Right now, That's a fantastic ball. And City score, it's 1-0. Wow. Great ball in there by Rana Traore and Semenya scores. Wow, what a goal that is and what a move that was. Right now, there. Beautiful. Beautiful that from Semenya. That will break Leeds, I think. Not break the spirit, obviously. I just respect the spirit. The way they approach games when they're 1-0, 2-0 down. But this is fantastic there. Right now, what a ball that is. The run is made, the ball, and if not Semenyo, Marmoush would be putting that in. I'm sorry, Nico Riley would have been putting that in. What a ball that is from Ryan Nauri. It just looks like they practiced it, but a good end to the first half. Very good end to the first half. Yes, City are 1-0 up, but Leeds had shaded this half. I'm very happy, of course. City are 1-0 up, but Leeds were the better team in this half. The chances they created, City for 35 minutes were just passive. City for 35 minutes were nothing. Leeds players would be thinking, what the hell did just happen in the last 20-25 seconds? What did just happen? That's what the Leeds players would be thinking. Pep needs to work that out tactically. Tactically, which is getting blown. Wine Sharkey, great ball to Reinhard Nauri, and Anton Semenyo scores. Gautam is here. Gautam says, hey there, citizens. Hey Gautam, how you doing? Baiju says, Leeds had better chances, but the big Don kept us in the game. What a well worked goal, but until then I was scratching my head. Exactly, Baiju, exactly. I mean, until 35 minutes we were shit. It's only after 35 minutes we were just creating the chances. And apart from that, 10 seconds spell where Sharky played right now he passed that to Semenyo. I don't think did we have any other shot on goal? Maybe one more shot before that, and that's it. Leeds had, I think the XG of Leeds is 3. Leeds had 3 clear cut chances. Calvert Lewin should have scored one. Donnarumma, like you said, kept us in the game clearly. Pep clearly got it tactically wrong. They went man to man marking in press, and we were done. We just they just tied us up in knots. That's all. Gautam says, "What a fantastic collab by Sherky, Atnauri, and Semenyo. It's just brilliant. That move was just brilliant, and Atnauri was sort of making those runs throughout the match. I mean, I think this is third run in that way. But the difference here was that I think every time Atnauri was getting doubled up, I don't know for some reason the Leeds winger probably he was drawn by Sharky. I think he didn't just track that run of Aitnauri and boom, Aitnauri's deliveries are so special always. Continuous says, I don't care about the performance now. Just won the 3 points every match. I mean, it's not even about the performance, it was about the tactics. He just got it tactically wrong. Pep Guardiola, he needs to change it. I think the personnel he selected, I'm particularly not happy with Ryan Sharkey playing because you needed Tijani Reinders who could make those runs off the ball much better. And I mean, I would probably have played Kushano instead of Ruben Diaz. These guys, I don't know why Ruben Diaz is playing here, guys, because look at the speed of the Leeds forwards, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Anton Stark from the midfield, Goodmanson, Grieve, all Aronson, all of those. Just look at the speed and look at Ruben Diaz. Leeds hitting on the counter. Leeds don't play physical game. They rarely play physical game. I just don't know what is the need of Ruben Diaz in this lineup. Unless you get an extra point every match you're playing your most experienced defender. Gautam says, wish Nico had scored that. That was an easy chance, Gautam. I was like fuming. It was a similar chance to the one at Newcastle, where at Newcastle he put it like real in the corner, and here he headed it straight at the keeper. He should have put it a bit more in the corner. I was frustrated because it was a free header as well here. Just like the Newcastle one, it was a free header. Nico Riley could have put it anywhere, literally no pressure on him. Bayaji says for the first 25 minutes we couldn't get out of our half. Even 35 minutes, Bayaji. Even 35 minutes, we were like absolutely tactically dominated. I mean, I was like commented. I was like telling this is not. I mean, this is not Real Madrid or Spurs in white, guys. This is Leeds United in white. It just felt that we were playing Real Madrid or even Spurs. It was that bad in the first 35 minutes. Tactically, we were tied up in knots. There was not a single player who could, when you have to break this man-to-man press, the best way is have a player who can get past one or two people and carry the ball. And who is the best carrier of the ball in our team? Matteo Kovacic is out. The rest all are passers. They might be good dribblers, but in an intense press, dribbling won't work because one or two people are always onto you with speed. You just can't dribble. You just can't pass because when they're on you with such speed, it's difficult to find the passing accuracy unless you're a Xavi or a David Silva or De Bruyne. So you need players who could carry the ball out of the press, and it's only Kovacic, and sadly Kovacic is not there. Why just as you having cold? जटी हुई सर्दी का असर exactly भैया जी exactly last week I was down with fever बुखार तो छोड़ के गई but साला ये सर्दी छोड़ने के नाम ही नहीं ले रही. Kaudinya says, by the way, how's your health? Looks like you haven't recovered completely. No, I mean, the fever's gone, but still down with a bit of cold actually. Bayaji just had a full week's rest, but they played like they just ran a marathon. That's the thing, Bayaji, with City. I don't know why. If we have games every 3 days, we play well. But if we have a week's rest, no, I'm actually worried when we have a week's rest because Pep Guardiola is like, more time like for Pep Guardiola is like a living devil in your workshop. He overthinks. He just overthinks his tactics. He absolutely overthinks his tactics. And that's the thing, Bayaji. Full week's rest and he still rested Erling Haaland. Vacation पे ही भिजा देते Erling Haaland को. How much more rest does Erling Haaland want? That was against Leeds, his father's ex-club. Leeds away is a tough game. Leeds away is a tough game. Bayaji says never start Marmoush in an away league game. And only start him in a home league game, and that too if the name of the team is Newcastle, which we will do in FA Cup. But I think FA Cup is away at St James's Park. Again, I don't know Marmoush. Marmoush on his own does not look good. Marmoush needs a partner, and I also think Marmoush needs a partner who's a bit physical as well. I think Haaland Marmoush works, but yes, Haaland Marmoush works, but some of Semenyo Marmoush is just not working. Seen it for the last 2 3 games, just doesn't work, and Marmoush playing through the middle also it doesn't quite work. Marmoush has to play through the left. Ellie 12591 is here. Yo, you remember me? Uh, Honestly, I'll have to think Ellie. I'll have to think Ellie. Sorry for that, but I have to think. Why says today we started the game like it was already the second half. Hope we play this half like it's the hope we play this half like it's the first half then Bayaji. But again, it's not on the players as well, Bayaji. It's on Pep Guardiola. The tactics were wrong. The tactics were completely wrong. I don't know how Pep will adapt to this, but the tactics were completely wrong. And I'm just thinking, Jeremy Doku is another one. It just went off my mind. Jeremy Doku is another one who can just carry the ball through the press. Other than Kovacic, there are only two players in this team who can do that. I think I don't know when will he get Doku in. I don't know. And also this match ain't gonna end 1-0. Leeds will score, so we need to score again and again. Probably we need to score 3 goals today. Ellie says, why is Reinders not starting as much? Ellie, the better question would be, why is Phil Foden not starting as much? Because I think Foden's higher in the pecking order than Reinders, right? The problem is there's no space in the midfield. The midfield is Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and Nico Riley. You cannot drop any one of those three because all the three have been fantastic. So that's the reason why he's not playing. Foden, Reinders, Sherky, rare start for Sherky again. If Haaland starts, which it does generally, Semenyo also starts, so there's no space for Sherky as well. And on the left hand side, generally Doku starts or Marmoush starts, so there's absolutely no space. So there's absolutely no space for Reinders, Foden, Sherky, and each of these three players will be walking into any of the, even including Arsenal, they'll be walking into any of the other Premier League teams. Elises, how are you feeling about Man City's draw in the UCL? Mate, the draw in the UCL, everyone knew it was City Madrid. UEFA is not gonna risk City, Bodo Glimt, Madrid, someone. They want to see Madrid and City. So it was I mean, everyone knew it was Madrid and City, but yeah, looking at the side where the left hand side of the draw, which I think this is a draw from hell. Excuse me, this is an absolute draw from hell. We Even if we get past Madrid, there is Bayern. If you get past Bayern, there is PSG, Liverpool waiting. Wow, this is an absolute draw from hell. I mean, this reminds me of the draw from our treble season because even in our treble season, we had to get past Leipzig, Madrid, Bayern, and then Inter in the final. That was also a draw. That was also one of the most difficult draws, I would say. Yeah, it's equal to the draw from the treble season. I think, yeah, Arsenal have got an easier draw, but generally, I've seen in the Champions League, the team that comes from the harder part of the draw generally tends to do well because they just carry that momentum through. Gautam, just Haaland had a minor injury in training. Okay, okay. Thank you, Gautam, for telling us. Actually, didn't know that. I thought Pep just lost it and he's just rusting Erling Haaland. Thanks for that information, Gautam. Bayaji says, about time Pep starts using full squad, given our shit schedule in all competitions. Remember Bayaji, Pep. Remember Bayaji, Pep only wanted a 14 man squad, 14 to 16 man squad. I don't think he will rotate as much. I don't think he'll rotate as much. I think, but he should. But again, he's not having a choice as well, right? He's not having a choice as well, right, Bayaji? Because each match in the PL is virtually a final now. Each match in the Champions League or in the knockout stage, it's virtually a final. Each match in the FA Cup obviously is much more of a final. But yeah, I think priority wise he might rest. He will rotate for for FA Cup, but I think Premier League, Champions League, no chance. I think it's gonna be interesting, especially for those matches in between the Madrid legs, for example, what he does. I reckon for those matches he'll give 45 off, 45 off, things like that. Counting assists, Foden wouldn't be a happy guy to be a bench warming in a World Cup season. Again, counting, yeah, it's his performances. It's on his performances. Clearly, I think it's it's always been evident that if you perform well, Pep will not drop you. Just look at that midfield. Rodri, excellent. Of course, Foden cannot come in place of Rodri, but Rodri, Bernardo Silva has been exceptional. Nico Riley, exceptional. Semenyo, been into the goals. Haaland. You have Marmoush or Doku. Doku's been exceptional in the season. Where does Foden play? And also, would Sharky be happy warming the bench in a World Cup season? I just think the positions here are just on merit. I think Foden's order right now is O'Reilly number one, Sharky number two, and Phil Foden's number three. Reinders four. I just think that's the position. If Foden performs, he'll get back into the team. Foden doesn't perform, that's it, I think. Again, I think City is far bigger a club to be dictated by, the unhappiness and the egos of a certain player. And the player could be anybody, or the manager could be anybody. The club is far, far greater than anyone. To just think about, one player will be unhappy sitting on the bench. Again, if Foden's doing well, Pep is not giving him a chance, that's a different story. But it's all based on merit. And I don't think anyone's complaining. Just look at how Nico Riley is playing. And also look at the work rate Foden offers. Foden's an exceptional player, love him, but uh, just look at the his off the ball things a bit and all of those things. Phil Foden is a bit behind O'Reilly and even Cherky, I must say. Counting assists, what was the last match where Foden played at least 60 minutes? I have to think about that, to be honest. Did he play 60 minutes in the FA Cup? I don't know. Maybe he did the FA Cup, I think. FA Cup match against Salford. Yes, he did, I think. Where I actually think he played 90, not just 60. I mean, and also leading up to Pep putting Nico Riley in the midfield position, there were a few games, especially the Spurs game, where did Foden start the Spurs game? I don't know, but the Spurs game was where City were too easy to play through the midfield. That is when Pep started putting Nico Riley there, and you just see the results. It's interesting with England's attacking options. Foden's not in the best of form. Palmer's not in the best of form. Bukayo Saka's just had such an injury-ridden, campaign. Leeds will score. We need to score the second and the third. Counting yeses, yeah, it was against Salford, which was the FA Cup game. Gary Neville's team, the class of 90s team. Yeah. Salford and he was non-existent, yeah. His performances have not been good as well. That's what it's a strange thing with England, with all of England's attacking options. You see, Ise is not Ise is not been used as much. Palmer injury ridden campaign. Foden's not been used as much. Saka's not in the best of form, though scoring a goal here and there. But James Madison's had an ACL. So it's an interesting thing, especially when you look at it from Thomas Tuchel's point of view. Dewsbury Halls had a bit of start-stop campaign where he's also suffered an injury and all of that. Grealish is out with an injury, so very interesting thing. Maybe apart from Harry Kane, I think all of England's are. Jude Bellingham is out injured, if I'm not wrong. Interesting. With respect to the attacking options of England. Leeds are on the attack here. Don't want to concede now. Wow. That's a great challenge. Fantastic challenge that from Matthews Nunes. What a challenge that is from Matthews Nunes. Just look at the challenge from Nunez. He's just improved so much as a defender there. Calvert-Lewin just stuck it beautifully. What a challenge that is from Nunez. Leads with the corner and Leeds will score. We need to score the second and the third. Leeds will score at some point of time. We've seen what happened at the Etihad as well. We are 2-0 up and they equalized 2-2. That was when Foden was in a purple patch sort of. That's a goal kick. Nothing has changed tactically. Leeds is still dominating us. The starting position of the Leeds keeper is good and Margay, Rodri, Bernardo Silva is dropping in as centre back. What will this schedule do to Bernardo Silva? Pep will not rest him for sure. City cannot see this game out 1-0 if that is what we are thinking. We just cannot. Not possible just because of the sheer numbers what Leeds does. Against Anfield, I think Liverpool were 2-0 up, it was 2-2. What Leeds can do, that's the only thing. They just flood the box with numbers and they don't care if you go down the other end and score. Matheus Nunes, Nico Riley on the ball. I think there's a pass on. Can he play it early? There's a diagonal ball on. At Nauri. Nunez again. Ah, Marmoush does well. That's a difficult chance. Was a difficult chance. You needed an Aguero, Zeko to finish that off. Goodmanson with the throw in. Calvert Lewin will be thinking of all the chances he's missed in that first half. Good line, good line. Calvert Lewin's just playing on that last shoulder, and especially with Ruben Diaz in there, I think you have to get that offside line. That was tight call, very tight call for me. It's maybe in line, but yeah, with Ruben Diaz in, need to get that offside line absolutely right. Semenyo, Bernardo Silva. Leeds have taken the sting out of this game. We have to score the second, guys. 1-0. Anything can happen 1-0. You saw what happened to Arsenal Wolves with even with a 2-0 lead. So anything can happen. We just need to score the second and press home the advantage. Act nowadays holding the width. He's not getting that much involved in the game as when in the first half, but ah, that is such a waste of a ball from Ryan Sherky. It is such a simple pass and he's just, messed it up. Ah, why did Sharky do that? What? That was. I know in slow motion it just looks even worse. It is not intentional, obviously. No professional will do that intentionally, of course. Omar Marmoush, they're almost. The game will open up at some point and City need to be ready to press home the advantage. Nunez does absolutely brilliantly there. At Nauri, superb. Ruben Diaz. I don't like this idea of Ryan Sherky dropping deep. It's much more fruitful when Bernardo Silva drops deep because he tries to bring the ball out of the press, but Ryan Cherky, I don't know, doesn't take those risks. He just tries to pass his way out of the press. You generally cannot pass your way out of the press. Just that you need to be able to take on one or two people. There is a huge midfield battle going on there. City need to get that second. This is excellent there from Ryan Sharkey. And look at Anton Semenyo go. Look at Anton Semenyo go. Semenyo doesn't appeal. There's nothing from Semenyo. That was Haaland. Haaland's faster than Semenyo. There's no doubt about it. Leeds will score at least one goal. We need to get the second. Need to get the second, guys. Just can't contain it. Who's coming on? Is it Felix Nemcha who's coming on? That's a great ball down the line. Semenyo's chasing it. Ruben Diaz, Rodri. That is excellent there from Matthews Nunez. Play. Ah, could not turn that in. Marmoush could not turn that in. Ah, good attempt from Ruben Diaz, and I just think Marmoush should probably have. Ah, that was a chance. Was a chance. Was a chance. The more you look at it, the more you feel that was a great chance from our Marmoush. Definitely very good at finishing those things, but I don't know why there's just everybody's just slipping on the field now. Ruben Diaz, Bernardo Silva is more onto the wide side. Is more out wide this half. This is strange. Whereas in the first half, he was sort of controlling more of that midfield area. Strange tactical adjustment from Pep. The effect of the press has surely been nullified due to that one positioning change from Pep. The work rate of Marmoush there, just look at it, outstanding. O'Reilly is down. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. Couple of changes for Leeds. Aronson goes out. Felix Nemcha comes on. Wow, the threat is double now. The threat is absolutely double now. Both Felix Nemcha and DCL Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Savinho comes on. Gautam's favorite player comes on. Gautam finally a Savinho's back. There's a ball onto Semenyo, but it's very difficult pass. You probably would be thinking only De Bruyne could have executed that. Yeah, the pass was very difficult to find Semenyo there. The more it remains at 1-0, the more it's sort of goosebumpy time. Wine Sherky, Bernardo Silva. That's a great run, Nico Riley. Ah, didn't seem far away of his weak foot, if I'm not wrong. Good strike, especially of his weaker foot. It was very far away, to be honest, but Marmoush goes off. Savinho comes on, and I think it's a traditional 4-3-3 now. It's Savinho on, Gautam's favorite player, Savinho's on, so Semenyo up front. Will it be Semenyo on his own up front? I think O'Reilly is. Just hope the injury is not bad. I think O'Reilly's race is run. O'Reilly's down. I think his race is done. It's an injury, I think. So O'Reilly's done. Tijani Reinders is. I just hope O'Reilly's thing is not. It's not a serious injury or something, but not always good to see when a player goes down like that without any physical contact. But it was a result of his previous injury. Yes, there was physical contact, obviously. So again, that ball from Mike now is outstanding. Sad to see O'Reilly going off. Good to see he's able to walk, but Sharky does well there. Just didn't get the time to take the shot on. Bernardo does well. Matheus Nunes, Bernardo Silva, Marquis. Ah! Semenyo should have scored that. He knows as well. Semenyo should have absolutely buried that. Fantastic piece of play from City that to get Ryan Sharkey. Semenyo should have hit it well, but he should have just absolutely buried that. Semenyo knows it. Those are the kind of chances that you need to absolutely take. That was so close from the corner. It's a throw in for City. Wow, just look at how close was it from the corner. Rodri with the header. Gay with the header. Good save. Fantastic save from the keeper. Wow, what a save that is from the keeper. Wrong pass from Rodri again. That's a free kick to City. Ryan Cherky is down on the floor. I think Graham needs to be booked now. Coutinho says no, Semenyo, he had to score. Coutinho, he had to score. Ah, that was such a good chance for Semenyo. And then the Gay chance, it's just that you want to score the second goal because you know what Leeds can do. It's an attacking unit. Look at Daniel Farke just throwing in all of his attacking options. Nothing will treat. Noto is coming on, and someone else. Again, not such a good free kick, but Matthews Nunez. One more goal, and then we can just pick Leeds off. Ah, that was such a great disguise ball from Bernardo Silva. Ah, Savinho just could not read it early enough. Coutinho says Gay's chance is a great save, but Semenyo's was bad. Nico missed in first half. Semenyo now hope they don't regret these misses. It's 1-0, 1-0 just not enough. Coutinho, we need the second goal because look at the attacking options. Is Daniel Farka mad or what? He's having I think 8 attacking options, including James Justin. Is James Justin just going out? No, he's not going out. So including James Justin and all. How many attacking options will this guy just throw in? It's just some mad freak, Daniel Farka. Now it's a throw in for Leeds as well. Donnarumma catches that well, and anyway it's a free kick for City. We need to score the second, Garfield. We need to score the second. Goosebumpy time. But whatever we say about Foden, the one thing I always, you know, I was just thinking about it just a couple of days ago as well, that if there's someone who could win us this title race, who can, if there's a player who can decide this title race, it's Phil Foden with the ability he has. He already decided one title race 2 years back. Semenyo, that is a fantastic piece of skill, and that's a foul. But Foden's the one person who can, you can have Haaland, Semenyo, Sharky, everyone, but Foden's the one person who can absolutely decide. There are not many in the Premier League, for example, who can decide a title race on their own. Foden possesses that ability. That's why I just wanted to get back to form. It's just not happening. That's so frustrating. Not for him, but for us fans as well. That's excellent there. Why not Nauri? Ah, that's a foul in City's favour. How many goosebumpy matches do we have to say against Newcastle? It was the same 1-2-1, and we were holding on. Here it's the same thing against bloody Leeds. I respect Leeds, but yeah. Bernardo Silva, Bernardo Silva. Bloody give him some options. Ryan Sharkey does well. Ah, Sharky should take chances and shoot from outside the box. JSK is here. Hey JSK, how are you doing? How are you doing, mate? It's just so goosebumpy times. JSK watching this match. 1-0, just 12 minutes to go. Anything can happen. JSK says, how's the game going today? I'm busy with my project. Leeds dominated us in the entire first half, you could say, JSK. Calvert-Lewin had at least two very good chances. Leeds had three very good chances. Donnarumma kept us in the game. And then Aitnauri, a moment of brilliance in the second minute of added time in the first half. And Semenyo scores from an Aitnauri cross, and we are 1-0 up. And that's how the game's honestly going. Just look at that. See, anything can happen here. Ah, Leeds are just pressing too high, JSK, and we have not been able to. Semenyo had a great chance, which Countenya was discussing on earlier. Wilfried Noto. Semenyo missed an easy chance, and then I mean, this is just. Countenya says deja vu. 10 minutes coming up. It's deja vu every time, Countenya. Every bloody time against Newcastle, it was the same. 2-1 against Leeds, it's the same. Need to score the second, just bloody score the second and score the second and sit back a bit, score the second. See, anything can happen. Look at the attacking options. Can't I mean, just look at the attacking options which Daniel Farka is throwing at us. Offside. Semenyo was offside. It's just tense. Now, bloody each second will go like a minute. But Semenyo should have scored that chance, to be honest. Semenyo should have scored that chance. Ah, just he's not getting hold of the ball now. That's a dangerous sign. Let he get hold of the ball. Time to probably introduce Jeremy Doku. Reinhard Nauri. Ah, bad choice of pass there, and Gay. That's absolutely beautiful from Mark Gay. Wow, that is Rolls Royce defending there from Mark Gay. Wow, what a defender. Ah, Semenyo cannot be so weak in the challenge. Now get back. Don't know. Ruben Diaz thinks it has to be a goal kick, but it's a corner. This is so tense. My God. Bernardo Silva tried to push Ethan Empadu down, and he himself went down. I think it's a yellow card for Donnarumma. It is. Come on, guys. Come on. Defend. That's an excellent header there. It's an excellent header. Wow. Ruben! That's an excellent tackle from Rodri, but don't allow him to cut inside. Don't allow Calvert-Lewin to go inside. That is excellent defending. Fantastic defending. But I think it's Dan James. That's good defending and fantastic from Bernardo Silva. The ball is just get hold of the ball. It's another corner. Nunez with wonderful defending. I mean, Nathanake is coming on. He's throwing on two more attacking players. Daniel Farka. Wow. Ryan Sharkey goes off. Nathanake coming on. Wow. Ah, this is absolutely tense. Interesting. They're going for an outswinger, not an in swinger. Ah! For a moment, I thought it went in. What did you think, guys? For a moment, I thought that was in. For a moment, I thought that was in. Ah! What did you guys think? Ah! Wow! That is so close. Exactly, Kaunanya, exactly. When I thought that same thing, the moment I thought heading far corner, wow, no one could have even saved that. Wow. It's a Leeds throw in. I think he should have bought. Pep should have thrown in Nico Gonzalez as well, just to shut that midfield down instead of Tijani Reinders. Wow, that was just so tense, that corner. At Nauri with the throw in, the last minute of normal time. Guess how many minutes of extra added time? I think it will plus five easily. What is this torture? Come on. Wow. It's a throw in for Leeds. It will be a long, long throw in now. Wow. It will be a long throw in. You're lucky. Calvert Lewin won the first ball. Second, what? We were there to the second ball. Oh, plus six. God bless the fourth referee, the third referee. Plus six. Wow. Ah. And God bless the Leeds player as well who just kicked it out. Ah, guys, what is this, guys? It's just so tense. Yeah, good. The referee kick. Sorry, why will the ref kick it out? Just look at what goosebumps time does to everybody. Like the keeper kicked it out. It's a yellow card. Is it Dwight Nowry? City are just taking yellow cards left, right, and center. The clock just doesn't seem to be ticking fast enough. This is absolutely tense. Wow. Don't let the cross go in. Don't let the cross go in. Ah, that's a free kick for City. Very well done. That is excellent there from Rodri. Wow. He's used all his experience there. Wow, just look at Rodri there. Wow. Look how Rodri's make sure he's taking that first touch. Wow. Just keep the ball, guys. Keep the ball. That's all it is. Keep the ball. How valuable would Jeremy Doku be now? John Stones. Donna. It's far away from Donnarumma, to be honest. Guys, this is just absolute tense. Especially in a title race, especially ahead of a match like Chelsea. Especially ahead of a match like Chelsea against Arsenal. Wow, almost 2 long minutes to go still out of the six. Ah, Coutinho says this game demands a Grealish. Ah, it's tense, Coutinho. I just cannot even speak at this moment. Wow. Savinho does absolutely well. Brilliant work from Savinho. Wow. That is brilliant from Savinho. Run, son, run. Son, run. But the work there from Savinho, didn't he remind you of a Grealish? A little bit, not as much of Grealish thing, but the work there from Savinho was brilliant, to be honest. Go there, Bernardo is telling to Savinho, go there. Not as well. What is this, Kaulinya? What is this? Donna! Ah! What the fuck is this match, man? What is this? If any heart patient is watching this, God bless them. Bloody, they will need all of God's blessings. 10 more seconds and still. Wow. Keep the ball. Right now, keep the ball. Don't kick it. I mean, 96 minutes are done. How much more extra time will you want to play? Yes! Yes! What a win this is! Wow! Excuse me for that, but wow! Ah, just relief. Guys, what did we just witness? Wow! This is why we just love this game of football. Wow! What did we just witness? Wow! Wow! What is this goosebumps? Wow! You need to have courage to follow City in a title race. I know we have all been doing. This is what it takes to follow City season after season after season in a title race. Last weekend, Newcastle 2-1 at the end. Harvey Barnes, I thought it was in. Donnarumma saves. We were saving same one goal advantage. Now again 1 goal advantage. Is he training them to become a Mourinho like team or what? Wow. Gautam says hard fought win. Bayaji says Fark red carded. I think he remembered all females related to referee and linesman. You cannot bet against it, Bayaji, because Daniel Farka is so handsome that you're amazed that that Daniel Farka is a football manager. Daniel Farka, Bayaji, could easily be a Bollywood villain or a Hollywood villain. Just look at this. He could easily have some roles in Hollywood. For example, he's just so he's just so handsome and stuff. Daniel Farka. I just think he chose the wrong field. But again, hard fought win. Honestly, I think we just rode our luck on times. We just we didn't play well in the first half. The second half, it's the first time that we didn't play both in the first half and also today we didn't play well in the second half attacking wise. Today both the halves were dead. Except for that one moment, both the halves were dead. I don't know what Ruben Diaz is still having that quarrel with the goalkeeper, but one thing I would say is the boys defended like warriors today. The defense was outstanding. Savio running back in the 95th minute and getting the ball. Wow. And relieving, that 94, almost that 94-30 to 96. Savio in that period of 1.5 minute. I think Savio saved at least a minute by doing what he did. That was an excellent piece of work by Savio. But every time the ball went in, Gay, excellent. Ruben Diaz, wow, Diaz was a warrior there. Now I understand why he's playing and not Cristiano. You need experience. You need experience in situations like this. It might not seem obvious to you, but the positions which Ruben Diaz picked up there, when the balls were coming into the box, balls were coming into the box in the corners and everything. It was just outstanding. Positionally what Ruben Diaz was doing there. Wow, it was a positional defensive masterclass from both Ruben Diaz and Gay, especially from Ruben Diaz. Wow, and Donnarumma obviously saved us in the first half. He is the best goalkeeper one on ones. Period. People might say his on corners he is suspect and all. Okay, all of that is fine, but one on ones Donnarumma is the best in the world. Wow, what an inspired away win. The boys defended like gladiators, especially the defenders. Wow, Rodri using his experience. There was a moment, I think, in the 94th minute, Rodri using all his experience. Enjoyed this defensive performance. Literally enjoyed this defensive performance there. Wow. Counting assists, few. Elland Road is always a tough place, but Pep's tactics made it worse. Good 3 points though. The beautiful thing counting here is we won despite of Pep's tactics. Generally, we win because Pep does some magic with the tactics. But despite of Pep's tactics, we won here, and that makes it so much special. And the Newcastle game, this one, the Liverpool game as well. Liverpool Pep changed it tactically. Let's give it to them. But the Newcastle game, this one, what I'll say is the leaders in the team stood up. This is not the Newcastle was not Pep's tactics. This is especially the defending in the second half. Newcastle. This is not Pep's tactics throughout the match. The leaders stood up. Diaz, Gay, Bernardo Silva, Rodri. Pep said. I think the Pep once said. I think the hallmark of the hallmark of my best teams are when I know that even though my tactics are failing, the players on the pitch still find out a way to win. That is the hallmark of knowing my team is getting better and better. If my team relies only on my tactics always, I don't think they're evolving. That's what Pep said once, and that is what the team has showed me in the last two matches. Yes, they are. They are going for this title race and they are finding solutions on the pitch. The defending right from your Nunez to everybody was just outstanding, and hope Nico Riley gets well soon. This win has me much more pumped up than the win against Newcastle last time. I won't compare it with the Anfield win, but apart from that Anfield win, that was much special. But I think I would put this win in the second place or third place in the season because just so satisfying seeing that defending there. Wow, Bayaj just 3 points playing bang average. This will come handy in CL games. Exactly, Bayaj. Exactly. Pep's tactics failing and still the defending was just wow. Outstanding, Bayaji. We don't say this often about a City team. The grit, the defending. And also when Haaland's back, he will also help much more in the defending. Gay, Diaz, Haaland, Rodri, everyone back defending. Wow. Bayajis just need to smash Forest to improve our goal difference. I just don't think Bayaji the goal difference. will be much of a this thing because I strongly feel, I know things could change. This is football after all, and a lot of things are there. But I strongly feel City versus Arsenal. City versus Arsenal at the Etihad is a final because we are just 2 points. This thing, I think it's a winner takes all game, and that too it's April 18th, I think. So I just think it's almost towards the fag end of the run in. I know still after the Arsenal game, 5 more games are there, and still, there are scenarios like 2011-12, our first title Aguero moment, 5 games to go, United were 8 points leading, and and we went on to win the title. There are like I think they say in the 90s one season when Newcastle were 8 to 10 points up with 11 games to go, and they still lost the title. There are scenarios there, but I still think that Etihad game, the Carabao Cup final and the Etihad game will decide the season to a bigger extent, I would say. Continuous matches with the teams in relegation battle are always tougher than they appear on the table. Especially, especially this season. Especially this season, what I feel is, the last 4, 5, 6 seasons. When was it the last time that the teams that came up survived? I think, especially in the last 5 seasons at least, I'm sure of that, that it was always three up, three down in relegation. This season, the relegation teams are much, much better prepared. Wolves was already Premier League team, but the relegation, but the teams that came up last season, they're much, much prepared this season. So I think the battles are much, much more difficult, and also people have started to realize as seasons go by, I think dropping out of the Premier League is having a much, much bigger financial impact than it had in the past because of teams, selling more of the future revenues to advertisers, signing contracts that these are only applicable if we will be in the Premier League, teams, investing more in scouting, the stadiums, the facilities, and also teams have now realized that retaining that Premier League spot is in a way much more important than even winning the Premier League, and that's true. I think third place, fourth place, or first in the Premier League does not make as much of a difference if you see from a financial perspective, but going down and staying up is just the difference between financial survival and death. So the relegation teams are much, much prepared, and that's the thing. I was chatting with a friend yesterday. We were looking at the fixtures of both the teams, City and Arsenal. And with Arsenal, he said West Ham was Arsenal, and I was like, it looks easy on paper, but West Ham was Arsenal, a London derby. West Ham will be fighting for survival. It's much, much more difficult than what it seems. So yeah, the teams look at Burnley drew with Chelsea 1-1 from 1-0 down, beat Palace from 2-0 down to 3-2, should have beaten Brentford today from 3-0 down to 4-3. Almost, though they lost 4-3, it was such a great. The whatever it is this time, I'm just loving the spirit from these relegated teams. Sunderland has not lost to a top six club at their home. Leeds just seem to win it every place. Stamford Bridge, here and there, they just don't seem to care who the opponent is and play great football. Burnley, the spirit they have shown. I'm just impressed by the relegation teams this season. Counting assists, so getting 9 points is the most important thing. Three done, six more to go. Every match, every match. Counting, I think, and also the thing is, this one was even more important because just look at how Rodri is pumped up. Look at Pep there. Wow, he knows this is. He's been in many title races, but every title race is like, you don't get extra credit points for winning the previous title, right? So every title race you have to start from zero again. Yes, your experience will be there, so it's not literally zero, but yeah, and also winning this was important because playing first, and also Arsenal have a London derby against Chelsea tomorrow. So this puts the pressure right back on Arsenal. And against the top six teams, Arsenal have not done that well this season. Against Liverpool, they drew once, lost once. Against Chelsea, against 10 men Chelsea they drew 1-1. Against City it was 1-1. Against United, Arsenal 1-1 and lost 1. Against top 6 teams, Arsenal, I don't consider Spurs to be a top 6 team, but yeah, Newcastle, I think they beat them once, but Arsenal has not done well against the top 6 teams this season. So yeah, what a match, and again, thank you guys for joining this, uh, for joining this live stream. Be always a pleasure watching with you, and wow, this was just something else. Every second tense, every moment tense. Thank you, Kandanya. Thank you, Gautam. Thank you, Bayaji. Thank you, Eli. Thank you, and thank you, JSK, for joining me. And see you guys. And